and then you grow the sport from the ground up instead of, look at all these elite, amazing people doing 400 kilos. Isn't that awesome? Let's focus on Barbara, who's fighting Parkinson's and squatting 40 kilos, because there's 10,000 of them, but there's only 3 you. So if everyone's like, and that's what I think the sport always does wrong, is they're like, wow, look at Nathan Baxter. He's amazing. Yeah, he fucking is amazing. He's, the 1% of the 1%. That's not what most people are ever going to be or even want to be. But you know what? Barbara, who used to not be able to walk upstairs, started strength training, and now she can. There's lots of her. So let's publicize that and let's go that route. So instead of making it this elite 1% thing, I think of my gym as I've got some of those. I've probably got the strongest 50, 55-year-old woman in the world ever. But social powerlifting, make it social. That's where soccer makes its money. From the 40,000 people that play on Wednesday night with their buddies in League 7, that's where the numbers come from. Those people then watch the 1% perform. That's where the revenue stream builds from for the sponsorships, sport. But no one ever thinks about that, or at least no one ever at the top seems to think about that.
Well, you're at the top.
Not yet.
One of the people up there.
One day, maybe. We'll see.
So, what's your role? What's your role with Powerlifting Australia and World Powerlifting? And
Oh, geez, isn't that the question? So you mentioned this on the podcast the other day. I am the youth executive. So I still run the schools bench press championships. So I changed the way that was run.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So one of the main
That
things
came up because of Paul Pistorio.
where he first started, yeah. So what I actually did was I changed the way it was run. So now the winning school, instead of getting money, I suggested the winning school can either pick from equipment for powerlifting, so like a quality barbell or something. So the winning school gets that. Or what I actually said was sponsorship for their top 2 athletes, flights and accommodation to an event. All right. So my thing was, we're sponsoring as an organization athletes from the school to go to an event to represent their school. Again, what we should be doing. So that's what I do, as well as so the guy that does the open powerlifting uploads is, someone from my gym. I referee events. I'm probably what you consider the platform manager for the bigger events, in the sense of I go and I event manage on the day. I spot, I load, I run the event as boots on the ground, but only when it's deemed important. So they fly me up for the major events, and I do that. So, I'll probably look at going up to the Gold Coast to run an event next year, whether or not we go to Sri Lanka. So we've got, someone that can coach, ref, announce, tech desk, and spot on the ground is valuable to have, because when someone goes down, you've got someone that can fill all the roles. Where that leads to, we'll see, because anything more than what I'm doing is a lot of work. And powerlifting doesn't have that much money in it. So if I'm going to sacrifice what I'm doing in my personal gym for the greater organization, I got to get paid. I know that's selfish, but I got to get paid.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at now with powerlifting, isn't it? There is a business model there, and there are people making money as a result of powerlifting. But then there's a lot more people that are investing in powerlifting. So I think we have to, work out ways of returning that investment to the customer, I guess, if you look at it that way, to keep them in the sport for longer. And what does that look like? I have no idea. I'm not at that level of the sport, but I think it's
I
weird because we
do.
finance things so weirdly in powerlifting, isn't it? Like, we have to have these sustainable business models, or else
Well,
powerlifting doesn't work.